It's well stroked for a run.
This is a terrific finishing over from Sara Pereira, because he did go for 21 in his first over, and this is right up there. Ramesh Raja was talking about the length, and he bowled that length pretty well the first two balls. Third ball wasn't too bad in the over, and then he gets a wicket, and the next one's only gone for one. So it's a great turnaround, because it could have been 170 if this was a terrible over.
Yeah, that 3 runs could have been 13 and would have tilted the balance in favour of the Zalmi. There we go, then last ball of the innings, that's hit hard and will be taken at long off. So Zalmi all out, but Pereira needs to be applauded for bowling a special over, the 20th, just costing Quetta Gladiators 3, and a good talking point when they walk out and be in that dugout, where they'll be looking at all the good things that they've done in the bowling innings and carry on.
20s, where did that come from?
Yeah, I've feel in good form with the bat. I've been a little bit quiet the last couple of games, and thankfully tonight it came off.
What about the wicket? Did it offer some kind of movement? How did you find the pitch in general?
I think it's a very good wicket. I think we're quite a way below par. I think maybe 175, 180 was a good score, so we're going to have to bowl well.
Well, I need to ask you, this is your first time in Pakistan. How's the experience been so far, and what about this electric crowd?
No, it's been brilliant. The passion for cricket here in Pakistan is amazing, and to experience it for the first time, I've really enjoyed it.
And what about the total? You've got about, the target is 158, you've got the ammunition in your bowling. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a semi-final, so it's a must-win game. Runs on the board, and funny things happen, but so we have to take some early wickets and hopefully build some pressure that way.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you, cheers.
Yeah, the innings was held together by Dawson, 65 in no time, and then cameo from Hafiz and Wahab Riaz, 157 all out.
They needed it, but there's going to be one bowler here that stands out. Rahat, who's got the lowest economy rate in PSL history, 4 for 16. Brilliant again, 2 wickets to Dasara, and that was after going for 21 in his first over.
I thought the skipper used the spinners very smartly. But here we are then, first eliminator. What is required? Required run rate of 7.9 not for the Quetta Gladiators to make it again here tomorrow for the other eliminator. It's 157, 158 from 20 overs.
A good all-round effort, well led by the captain of this Quetta Gladiators team.
So, packed house in Lahore, 22,000 the capacity here, 158, and the run rate of 7.9. It's a solid chase without being over the top. Good steady innings will see them chase it down, but the pressure of finals.
Ras Ali banged it in short of length. He bowled a little bit of a slow one as well, but it was the length that was so crucial for him. Bowled a lot of short balls, especially to Sami, set him up well, but he's not gone full and let the batsman that length to drive. He's just kept on bowling that short of a length and getting those wickets. He was the man today.
Yeah, and Zalmi, they kept losing wickets at regular intervals, so they didn't really help themselves. That initial partnership between Iqbal and Hafiz produced 44 from 31 deliveries, and after that, no one really strung together. Good partnerships, but it's a decent total something that the bowlers could work with Darren Sammy. He's got this never say die attitude.
It's that sort of total we've seen throughout this HBL PSL, that is a last over finish. If it's a tight, it can go right down to the wire and there'll be tension because it is a playoff. It is a fact that whoever loses is out. Whoever wins plays the Kings tomorrow for their chance to qualify for the final in Karachi. But I don't think Zalmi will win if they're not going to be at the top fielding-wise. We saw Ronke get missed 3 times and he was the one-man band in that run chase. They've got to take those chances.
What am I hearing here, Slats? Super over?
I just wish every game was a super over for you, Baz.
You're calling it straight away, so 20 overs still to go and you call the super over.
And you know what, I'm going to stick with it because imagine they'll think I'm a genius if it comes off. We're going to have a super over tonight, Baz. It's all rapid fire, it doesn't take long. 10-minute changeover and we're back into it. And they have been saying, Darren, that, you know, without Shane Watson, what does that mean? Without Kevin Peterson, what does that mean? It would feel differently in the dressing room, but we know from a performance perspective, Shane Watson's been one of the leading run scorers and a lot of pressure on
Kolo Kadma. We've heard a lot of good things about him. He's a wonderful striker off the cricket ball. Excelled at the under-19 level. His partner Asad Shafiq, also very useful with the bat. But it will take a lot from this Quetta Gladiators team. They're up against some really good bowlers. Hassan Ali will open the bowling. Riaz, he has also been amongst the wickets for the Zalmi. This will be a very good contest.
He's got this delay while Darren Sammy makes sure that his field are exactly where he wants them to. In fact, he wants the right personnel in the right spot. And it really is that sort of game that if you've got someone dynamic that needs to be on the boundary, you make sure he's there. If you've got a position that you think the catches are going to go to and you've got the best hands in the team, you get that man there. It's a game where you cannot take shortcuts. You've got to make sure it's precise. Here we go. And there he goes. How quick was that? Straight away. What a beautiful delivery.
Well, he's bumped up. Darren Sammy didn't do much with the bat, but he's got a safe pair of hands. Positioned at first slip. Got the edge straight into his hands. And who is the bowler? Hassan Ali. This is a good start for Zalmi. What a wonderful piece of bowling. Gets rid of Hassan Shafiq without scoring.
It's in play now, Darren Sammy, the catcher, made it look easy. Nawazil strike. And nearly chops it on. We saw Akmal get out like that very early on. He has the luck and it runs away for 4.
Hassan Ali really getting the ball to zip off this pitch. Mohammad Nawaz very late on that, and that could have been 2 and 2. He knows it. But that French cut gets Nawaz and Quetta rolling. 4 for 1.
Oh, it's a good shot, isn't it? It's not majestic. Gee, it's effective. That was so close to the stumps. Oh, worth the shell, I reckon. Oh, gee, my finger was up. Maybe inside edge.
Maybe, or maybe going down as well. Does pitch in line. But was it doing too much? Naturally swings the ball away from the right-hander. Look at that seam position. And I think that's a good decision, marginally.
And this is Hassan Ali at his best. He hustles the batsman, really pressures you for pace.
What a start. He's such a good bowler. On his day, he's hard to face. The ball's moving around. He's got the pace up. And that one swung and then held line to grab the outside edge.
He just followed it a bit Just opened the blade. Normally you hold the line, but he was so wanting to get bat on ball, led to his demise. Excitement all around for Zalmi.
So Sammy, right-hander, and he stayed with 2 slips. So first ball faced in the PSL, not too bad, little squirt to point.
Well, apparently he comes with a reputation of hitting lots of sixes, but he'll have his work cut out right now because Hassan Ali tail up and he's getting the ball to swing a little, but it's actually the pace that is generating off the track that's disturbing everyone.
Yeah, he's a tall man. I saw him at breakfast this morning and he is tall and obviously very strong, 9 for 1. And he's found pretty good form of late. He's a powerful player and he's got another big one in him, you'd feel. Cadmore, there he is, head down over the ball. Didn't he commit his head down?
Yeah, I was saying, look very much like Michael Slater in his day. On the move, under the eyes, finds the gap. Wonderful timing. Can't do anything about that.
No, it's just a good shot, isn't it? Yeah, he's obviously so powerful and there's a bit of pressure on, isn't there? When you come in, you replace Shane Watson, who's been one of the highest run scorers. You come straight into a do-or-die match and you're expected to perform, and that's the nature of T20 cricket now, where these players move around and straight in and they don't think twice about it, but to try and get in sync with the competition. But 25% of his runs in T20s have come from sixes and he's hit 51 sixes at a career strike rate of 140, so that gives you an idea of why he's out there batting now.
It is an interesting dynamic though. Nobody has really played against him and they can't really plan against him. He's come into this big game and you're not sure where you want to attack him as the bowler. Probably just bowl through your processes, go through your processes, try and hit top of off. But at the moment, nobody really knows where his strength is.
Yeah, I like that point, Baz, when you haven't, because they've now played against each other a few times, haven't they? So bowlers really know against a certain guy where they'd like to bowl. So as long as he's feeling confident about his game, he might have the advantage. And I think too, the pitch is of a nature where it's not too big a drastic change from maybe where he's come from, because it's still got a little pace, it's still got some bounce. It's not like we found in Dubai and Sharjah in those first weeks we were there. It was particularly slow and made general batting hard. This is conducive to playing shots.
Yeah, well, if you're a bowler and haven't really seen a batsman, having the opportunity to see what transpired in the first half of the game gives you an idea as to what might probably happen in the second half. Right, Ali got 4 wickets and a lot of his deliveries were short of a good length. He was also very good at changing the pace up, so those two things would be crucial for any fast bowler doing well on this surface.
Still a slip in play. And sliced away, really good stroke. I have a feeling it might have carried. And it is a good finish to the over. They're going to check this. I think it's pretty well, I think it's landed on the full. On advertising, cushioning around the rope, so it should be 6. Oh yeah, it's hit the other side of it. No worries there. 6 of the best to finish the over. That's 2 done. And it'll be 17 for 1.
Big play and a miss, but he's given him. So there was an outside edge. Hassan Ali strikes yet again.
That
perfect for Peshawar, perfect for Hassan Ali. That ball just sort of nipped away from the right hand. A little bit of outswing and a little bit of outswim. And he's gone across the line, feather edge. Hassan Ali knew it straight away. And what a wicket. Hassan Ali's provided 2 for Peshawar. Cut ball out for 5, 17 for...
Not on that delivery, but he's on song. He's got 2 early wickets and is throwing Winviz back in their favour all the time.
Yeah, well, he'll always get wickets. He does something with the new ball. We saw him in the recent Champions Trophy competition. A pivotal part of the success for Pakistan. Balls are foolish length. Swings the ball, posing problems yet again.
Jeez, just a little bit of outswing there, Baz.
Yeah, a little bit of something for Hassan Ali, Aleem Dar, Rashid Riaz, cool umpires for the day. And got so many gadgets nowadays. You've got that camera on your head, you've got an earpiece, you've got everything. Yeah, he's happy about that, just talking.
Nicely played. There's some good timing there. It's square of the pitch, and it was the way he waited for it, was able to thread it through.
Yeah, he caressed the ball on this occasion. Look at this. Didn't try to hit it, waited on it, played it very late. He found the gap as well. He's a man for a crisis. Sarfaraz Ahmed. Early wickets, he's got to consolidate.
Yeah, it was very risky, wasn't it? It's a very sort of a typical Asian player shot in a way, waiting for it to come on rather than going straight through a line. If the ball's moving away like it is, just subtly through the air, that's when there will be an edge as we go to head and shoulders. Move for a million. There's been dandruff scattered all over the UAE. Let's do the same in Pakistan. But we're clearing it up, aren't we? We're getting rid of it. That's the whole point, Baz.
And the shower today was especially for that. A little bit of rain just clearing the dandruff away.
In the drains and gone.
But I love this battle right now. Hassan Ali, #1 Pakistan, well, he's really going hard. He wants to dig deep, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that might be head and shoulders knit treatment required there. No, he's vigorous. So, chasing 158 for victory. 2 early wickets.
Yeah, I like this move to promote Mohammad Nawaz.
Massive. How about you guys? I remember going to the Sydney Cricket Ground as a youngster to watch World Series cricket, and it was early on in the piece where the lights are on. Oh, it was just inspirational. I think they're the moments that really kick you into gear for the love of the sport.
Yeah, I'm sure that was Bazid Khan maybe about 10-15 years ago coming into the ground, but it's good to see a lot of girls as well, not only boys dressed in white coming to the game today. All of us would have had similar experiences growing up, knowing how important looking at an international game was towards fueling your career and your passion to play the sport at the highest level.
Yeah, such a shame, because these things you take for granted, going and watching your best players or your heroes out there live, and Pakistan's been starved of it. Thank God that it's coming back.
Yeah, it's special, but it feels special. You know, when I was out there in front of the stands and just feeling the atmosphere, it's a special occasion. I don't think anyone here underestimates how important it is for cricket in this country, or how honoured we are to be here working on the cricket, because it's, as we know, it's a bloodline in this part of the world. So run rate now 6.86, and it's 8.12 required from here. Nicely played. Noaz, you might be surprised to see him come out at 3. It's not going to help the cause. They can't do that, Zalmi, otherwise it'll go down the drain for them. Their best behaviour tonight in the field to win this, but Noaz, he has scored 187 of 157 in a domestic one day, so he can play.
That's the point I was making about his promotion. I think if he gets a start, he can bat and he can score big. So not just him being a pinch hitter, I also think the fact that he's promoted gives the right combination, which is more difficult for a bowler to bowl to than bowling to 2 right-handers. So good thinking here from Quetta. Mohamed Nawaz, he also has 3 centuries in first-class cricket. So showing his competency with the bat.
Yeah, he can bat. He came in as a batting all-rounder. His bowling's taken over Pakistan. But is now bowl because he's a wicket taker.
Well, it goes. That's the big mistake in this game when you've got one leg. It's just easy pickings. That's 4 down.
For me, I love these battles because here's the Pakistan captain and he's facing Wahab Riaz, probably the quickest of the Pakistani bowlers right now. So the battle within the game is what I look for, especially, sorry about this, Slats and Darren, especially when there's 2 Pakistanis, 2 teammates.
Run away, he's used the pace there, got tucked away. It's on the thigh guard and got it fine enough. Got there quickly because he bowls quickly, Riaz.
Yeah, it's a one-up. Safraz Ahmed. He takes the advantage. That's a nice boundary. Here we speak about Wahab Riaz and his pace. He's clocked high 130s in this competition, 139 average bowling speed. That's quite good for a fast bowler. He's been an impact bowler for Zalmi.
Yeah, well, Darren holds him back, doesn't he, for closing out an innings, bowling those Yorkers at the death, and he'll hit the deck more in this phase of the game, try and use a bit of bounce, but at the death he's really up there in bowling the Yorkers, and the Yorkers are the PSL overall, the consistency of them, so hard to get away. He tends to bowl 2 up and then he'll bowl the 3rd last and the last. But that'll very much be determined by how this run chase goes. There may be a moment that Darren goes, I'm going back to Riaz to finish it off here.
Nawaz on 21 and he's looked decent, he's looked very strong through the offside, so maybe Wahab will try and get the ball to just dart back into him rather than give him pace outside off.
Well, Darren Sammy, he has turned to Wahab Riaz for wickets throughout this competition. Even Umar Asif, he's been amongst the wickets, 10 for him. So he will need everyone to contribute. If they can take wickets at regular intervals, and well be in for a place in that second qualifier. In fact, second eliminator it will be.
There we go, there's those that he bangs in those early overs that he bowled. 5 overs done, 37.
Well, that's been hit well, that has been hit very well. That has flown off the face of the bat.
Beware, Safraz has arrived. He's a match winner, and in crunch situations we've seen him to be crystal clear in how he approaches that situation. He could be a bit of a weak link here, Umair Asif, even though he began the HBL PSL quite impressively by picking up 4 wickets in his debut game. But this is a different stage. He may get a bit nervous.
I like his economy though, Ramiz. Just a fraction over 7. He's tall and he gets a little bit of swing. I just saw him coming to the game and I said, you know, because they had a long practice session yesterday, and he said that the ball was swinging. He said he felt the ball was swinging here in Lahore where it didn't swing in Dubai. Don't forget to watch Cricket Gateway and Cricket GIF for the highlights, and Umaid would love to have some highlights as he did for the 4 for 22 in Dubai.
Well, this is just the perfect start for the bowling side. 2 wickets down in the power play. Almost 8 and over required.
Oh, there's a one-legged captain after that. Darren Sammy is really struggling there. Didn't move well to this. Watch him going here. He's really carrying that right leg. It's like a piece of driftwood. Here we go. This is the first ball he received and he had to dive. Now he made his ground, but it's the last thing he needed with a bad leg. But he's got a stoical approach. That's a wide, called by the square leg umpire.
You're better off pushing the ball up to Sarfraz. He's very good with the shorter length. He will cut you, he'll flick you. So you got to know the strengths of the batsman. I think with the amount of swing that he can get, he will be better off just pitching it up, making him drive. That's more like it. That's the length he wants to hit.
Riley Rousseau, the South African, still to come, as is the Bangladesh batsman Mahmudullah Tisara Pereira. And he can really give the ball a free journey here in Lahore.
Yeah, very impressive strike rates for 5, 6 and 7.
Better. This is better from Umaid. Mentioned earlier, Ramiz, that he plays a lot of cricket in the leagues, in the northern leagues of England, and this will be, I think, his 5th season. He'll be going back there. He wouldn't want to go back there now. It's blanketed with snow.
Yes, the entire country has been hit by the beast from the east, I believe, Wilco.
Yes. You wouldn't want to meet the beast from the east. Picked this up well, very well. That has gone nicely for Nawaz. 12 from the over, 49 for 2 in the power play in the 7th over. Where's the truck? Here it is.
That's your truck. What number should it have for you?
Well,
in UK. What's your car number?
Oh, 58. My car.
58.
Yeah,
what?
58.
W58.
That's it.
All right, Wilco.
Yes.
It's like the James Bond. 00 Wilco. Double 058.
Long way down the list. Okay, now straight to backward point.
He's definitely a secret agent. There's no doubt about it. The way he moves, just know there's something else going on, don't you?
Slippery, very slippery.
Yes.
A little bit like Umaid Asif off the bat here.
Things have just settled, haven't they, for Quetta at the moment? This partnership, 34 and 26, 7.93 required. So they're starting to milk it, finding the boundary occasionally, and it's all they have to do for a while.
Oh, he's played that so late. Andre Fletcher, the fielder, and he wanted some backup there because he wanted to have a shot at the stumps.
Well, he backs away from it, skids straight on. Don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, he's very comfortable against spin, Sarfraz. This is a good pair for Gladiators. Nawaz promoted up the order at number 3.
Just a bit wide, man out there.
And Sarfraz in trouble times have gone up there at number 4, leading from the front.
Well, it's a pretty good start for Liam Dawson, just 4 singles. Well bowled, really well bowled, almost as if he anticipated Sarfraz coming at him. 7 gone.
Your mate, you know, he doesn't want to get out.
Well, I tell you what, Slats, when you average a fraction below 140 throughout the campaign, and that's taken into account that he's bowling slower deliveries as well. I've been highly impressed with Mohammad Sami for Islamabad as well, but this man's the quickest. He's the quickest.
Yeah, plus a left armour, so that has its own bag of difficulty. Or he can surprise you with extra pace. In a couple of matches he bowled superb spell of Yorkers, knitted about 6 or 10 Yorkers on the go.
Oh, he's picked this up. How well. Oh, goodness. You know, you use the pace of the quick bowler for that shot.
Yeah, well, he didn't pick it up well, and that saved him. You know, he could have really timed it and gone for 6. If he hits it a little bit better than that, he's given a catch-up. So he saves through lack of timing on that occasion. There's that wonderful crowd out there, full of spirit, fun, excitement. And there's no doubt, over the years they tune in on TV, but when they see their heroes out there in front of them, it's completely different. As that one is timed nicely off the back foot, they'll come back for 2.
It's a big event for the fans, and they've been waiting for this moment to arrive for a very long time. Maybe next season we'll have more matches played here in Pakistan. It'll be great for the fans and for the players as well.
One thing I notice about Wahab Riaz, he's still maintaining his pace, but he hasn't bowled a Yorker, and he's into his 2nd over.
No, the last game we showed a pitch mat, middle overs or early overs to those last 2 he bowls, normally 18 and 20, and it was a distinct difference in length.
Hasn't controlled this at all. The quickest speed onto the top of the bat.
Yeah, he values the shorter length with the harder ball, and because he's got that pace hurrying the batsman up. But at the end of the innings, when the ball's a bit older, it's a little bit of tail to it, a bit of reverse, and the nature of what the batsmen are trying to do, he's bang up there, isn't he?
That pace. Yeah, he hurried the batsman on that occasion. He can be pretty swift with the shorter length.
But given that we've got the left-hander Nawaz, who is not a top-order bat, he's normally sort of middle to middle-late order, I would have thought he might have tried to slip in the Yorker to the left-hander, because he bowls the in-swingers to left-handers and the away-swingers to right-handers. Thought we might have seen it.
Anyone who holds a 148, 150 pace at best, the Yorker's always going to be hard to play, isn't it? Whether it's moving subtly or not.
Short again, and nicely negotiated by Nawaz. He's looking very comfortable. 63 for 2, 8 gone. 5 singles. He's gone after him. He's gone after him in a big way. That's a big 6 over mid-wicket.
Now it brings up the 50-run stand, and it's a brilliant one too. They needed to settle in this run chase quitter. Well, they've certainly settled, and they're playing that catch-up that allows them to keep that run rate required coming down. So at the moment they're controlling the run chase. I was only thinking how best to take on Dawson. Smack him out of the park.
Right, it's 70 for 2. Zainab, over to you.
4 wickets for the left-arm pacer Rahat Ali. Rahat, ये बताइए, बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट विकेट्स आपने ली. लियम डॉसन की क्या प्लानिंग थी, कैसे सेटअप किया?
ये सबसे पहले तो शुक्र अल्लाह का कि 4 विकेट्स लिए इस मैच में. प्लानिंग यही थी कि इसमें अर्ली ऑन इसमें थोड़ा सा मॉइस्चर हल्का फुल्का था, उसमें हेल्प मिल रही थी स्विंग में. उसमें ये था कि हम विकेट्स लेंगे तो हम इनको जल्दी पकड़ सकते हैं. तो इसमें यह है कि ऊपर से जैसा कामरान अकमल की विकेट्स वो अहम थी हमारे लिए, उसको हमने टारगेट किया हुआ था कि जल्द से जल्द विकेट लेनी है. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसमें प्लान में अपने कामयाब हुए हैं.
लियम डॉसन अपने इंटरव्यू में कहा था कि वैसे कम्प्लीटली बैटिंग विकेट है, तो आपको भी ऐसे लगता है कि रन्स हो जाएंगे?
जी बिल्कुल, बैटिंग विकेट है. इस तरह जैसे 3-4 ओवर जो नए बॉल से उसमें हेल्प मिलती है बॉलर को, इसमें विकेट में इनमें मिली है मेरे ख्याल से. तो बाकी मेरे ख्याल ज़बरदस्त बैटिंग विकेट है.
ये बताएं कि लाहौर में आके खेलना क्राउड के सामने, एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में बताएं.
जी बिल्कुल, बड़ा एंजॉय हुआ है, ज़बरदस्त. मेरे ख्याल से जिस तरह क्राउड ने सपोर्ट किया है, बड़ा एंजॉय कर रहे हैं.
चलें, कीप इट अप एंड इट्स बैक टू द कमेंट्री बॉक्स.
Nawaz, it's his birthday tomorrow. He's 24 tomorrow. Can he celebrate with a match-winning innings here for Quetta? He's playing a very good hand.
Yeah, this is proper partnership and proper batting. They haven't looked rushed at all. They played the situation. They needed a 50-run partnership. They've got that. And we know that Sarfraz reads the situation brilliantly. Good against spin. He'll guide Nawaz in the process.
Comes after him once again. This time it's straight as a rifle shot over those side screens. That is. Samin Gul is in and he starts with a wide.
They're very much on track now, but they've had a lot of homework to do, haven't they, Wilco? They've had the Watson KP factor gone, so they've had to rejig things and think about it slightly differently, but it always feels different if you've got a different order, and at the moment it's a masterstroke. You give him the opportunity, you get the captain coming out taking control. I mean, those shots from Ahmed are brilliant because he's got full face, it's not turning, and he's whacked both of them down. That second one was straight down the ground.
But it seems as if he's got a mental plan to go after the spinner.
Yeah, I'd rather have Hassan Ali come in for an over or two because they need a wicket. 63-run partnership is powering them into a very, very strong situation.
Alan Wilkins' wheels there. Motorbike. Motorbike man. You look cool actually on the motorbike. But
in my time, I've had motorbikes.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had my bikes. Big ones.
Yeah.
I just rode them slowly.
50cc?
Not that big.
Yeah, I had a CBR 1000. It was called the Fireblade, Wilco, for a while. It was a weapon. It was a weapon.
Yeah. Well, I got to say that would have been too big for me, Slats. Would have ridden it slowly.
Actually, I've ordered a Uber self-driven motorbike.
Self-driven?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, seriously.
An Uber is self-driven bike.
Yes. Yeah.
Rubbish.
Well, the petrol's cheaper in a bike. Now then, what is Sarfraz up to here? He's always got something to say, Nawaz. And, well, it must be working because Nawaz is 35 from 31. Oh, and hello, what's he done here? What's he done? I think there's trouble here. Umaid Asif takes the catch. And maybe Sarfraz's words weren't the right ones.
Yeah, it didn't work. Whatever he was saying, obviously, he didn't pay heed to it. And so a needless wicket has gone down because they were batting so well. Nawaz promoted himself. In fact, Sarfraz promoted him at number 3 and just a wild swing at that one, a good catch. All these high catches are important ones because under pressure you can spill them.
Position 68 from 62, so it's not this immediate urgency to go big.
No, and his natural game is attacking. Oh, now then, his top edge. The keeper, Cameron Akmal, takes the catch. And that is a double strike. It's a double whammy for Zalmi. And suddenly, this match has got a different complexion.
It's turned on its head in a matter of 2 balls. It's amazing that you get a rash shot or poor execution, caught at third man, and then Ahmed straight away, he wanted to go big, a short one. Another one of those that hurry the batsman up. And you don't drop those. That's 2 in 2. We've possibly got another hat-trick. All of a sudden, Zalmi are back. 80 for 4.
This was the first one that he got. A wild slash, and then the skipper also losing the plot. Skyer taken by the keeper. And the 19-year-old is now on a hat-trick.
Rousseau on the hat-trick. Sammy Slip, hat-trick ball.
Had gone down of 2 deliveries. They were just asking Nawaz to carry on batting the way he was, and this is what happened. At the very next ball, he skied one, an aimless shot taken by Umaid Asif, and he got a mouthful from the skipper, and skipper does it himself. So stick to your own game, not worry about what is happening at the other end, but it can be difficult because he's the leader, so he wanted that partnership to continue, but he had extra things on his mind when he was looking to go for that pull shot and was found wanting. Now a partnership has to be rebuilt again. In the middle of the innings, Quetta 4 wickets down, 78 of 60 balls. Hassan Ali has got 2 overs left. And that'll be the critical part of this bowling performance when he comes on to bowl. In the meantime, in this phase, they need to feel well. Just maintain that pressure on Quetta Gladiators. 2 men in, look for a run out.
Still got Bob Riaz, couple of overs, Hassan Ali, couple of overs. Look to them to really provide you with the wickets. But it was interesting with that Sarfaraz innings. Till that last shot, he had everything under control. He walked out and everything was hitting the middle of the bat. And just, I think, against the run of his innings that he got out to a short ball while he was looking in very good control. But that's history now. Augusta of Pakistan, we've got volunteers cleaning up the stadium as well.
I think that extra pace did make a difference because he was batting so well, so fluently. In fact, six hitting form, and then pace was introduced, and that really was a sagacious move. That really was clever from Darren Sammy.
Yeah, I also think that Sarfaraz Ahmed, he had the right strategy. Targeted the slow bowler Dawson, hit him for a couple 6s. Sometimes if you don't focus on your game and worry about others, it can lead to your demise.
Upish, but safe. And 4. Would you believe it? Who says you need to find the middle of the bat all the time?
Yeah, leading edge. He's trying to turn this to the onside and it's skimmed away just past point, and third man couldn't get around. Yeah, ball coming off nicely, even off the edge.
Gets it to bounce because his tall non-striker was interested in a run. Riley Russo run half the length of the pitch.
Well, 72 required from 56 deliveries. Quetta Gladiators will be happy with the required rate. Under 8, still manageable, nothing to panic about. Need some good batting, a good partnership. Your boundary will keep them in check. And they still have wickets in hand, 6 wickets, so Still very much in the driver's seat here, Gladiators.
It's a pretty nippy delivery to Mahmudullah, who looked just a wee bit surprised by that length.
Short ball has worked. Rahat Ali got a few wickets with the short ball, just back of a length. We saw Samin Gul get a few, so it's the length you've got to hit, just back of a length, or the extra effort delivery is that bouncer. Because we've seen that to be the wicket-taking length tonight.
No is the call. It's an excellent over, just 6 runs from it. Required rate is jumped to exactly. Scores and wickets basically tied at this stage. 71 of 53, so you've got to keep your calm and make sure that you do not panic. I think in a eliminator situation and in a run chasing situation, I think the fielding side looks just a little bit better placed to win than the chasing side. That's the last thing the Quetta Gladiators needed, a rebuild, a reboot in the 10th over. They should have been cruising if that partnership had carried on. Not to be.
Peshawar will be looking at their main 2 strike forces, Hassan Ali and Wahab Riaz. If those two can come back at the back end and do a job, I think Peshawar will probably get through.
I think this is therefore an excellent spell of bowling from Samin, because he wasn't supposed to be this tidy or picking up wickets. Could have been the Pereira has had a great time in the field. That was the first great catch, and then leaping up in the air to pick up another. Samin could have been marked as a scoring bowler for Quetta Gladiators. Not to be. He's bowled splendidly well.
Clear and a miss. They will get 4. Gladiators will take it nonetheless. Leg by signal. But that's a challenge for Darren Sammy. He will have to decide if he uses his trump card bowlers now. I think that is what he has to do. If he can take wickets, and these 2 are the main batsmen left, he will put more pressure on this Gladiators batting lineup. Important decisions to be made.
Yeah, get them in there when this partnership is still young. 12-run partnership. Takes a single. Still is a reasonably good over. They need 8 and over, so it's given 7 so far. Bowling his last over. 2 for 20 for the 19-year-old. Tremendous figures.
Yeah, constant advice again from Wahab Riaz. You know the importance of his spell. He's just brought Peshawar back into the game. 1 more wicket here and it'll shift to Peshawar.
That's a good shot. Only a single. 94 for the loss of 4.